to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Halloween Pikachu. So first we're going to get started with the witch's hat, and it's going to be on a bit of a diagonal. So we're going to start on the top left, just curving this line down and across towards the right. From both sides now, let's curve this line up and in, leaving a gap in the center. And then again, we're just going to close this off with another curved line from left to right. Let's move over on the right hand side now from that corner, bringing this line up towards the top. And then on the left, we're going to bring this line further out on a diagonal, curving that over towards the side. Underneath now, let's arch this line out. And then from this corner, curving this back down towards the bottom. From this point, we're going to arch this back up. And then now from here, we're just going to connect this line together, curving this over and across. We're going to draw in a little strip here, so we're just going to draw in another curved line, arching that out. And now let's draw in Pikachu's ears. So on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this up towards the top. And then from that point, we're going to bring that back down on the right. Now from here, let's draw in a diagonal line, curving that across. Let's draw the right ear sticking further out. So we're going to curve this further out towards the side of the page. And then from that point, we're going to curve this back around and in. On the top, curving this down, bringing this further down on a diagonal as we come in towards the bottom. Now let's draw in the shape of the face. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line down. We'll start on the left hand side, curving this line down, ending that at roughly the same height. Now for the cheek, we're going to curve this slightly further out, bringing that around and then in. And then we're going to do the same as we step across on the right. Let's draw in the eyes now. So on the left-hand side, let's draw in a nice big circle. And then we're going to leave a gap, stepping over on the right and just replicating that. Let's move over towards the inside corner, drawing in another circle for our highlight. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to draw in another circle, again for our highlight. And then we're just going to color in the pupil black. Let's move in towards the middle now, closing off the nose. We're going to draw in a very small arch line. And then we're going to close that off by drawing in the letter V underneath. And then just coloring that in black. Let's draw in the mouth. So from moving down, leaving a small gap from the center, we're going to curve this out on the left. We'll do the same thing from that point on the right. And then moving underneath, we're going to draw in a nice big arch line from left to right. Now from here in the center for the tongue, we're going to curve this across. And now let's draw in the cheeks. So we're going to draw in a circle on the left. And then we're going to step across and just replicating that on the right. Now let's move down for the arms. We're going to curve this line down and in towards the center. From here now, we're going to step across again, curving this back around and up for the outside of the arm. And we're going to extend this one in towards the cheek. Now from here, we're going to draw in 3 small triangles. We're going to bring this line down, up, across, up, back, across, back in, connecting that. So we have 3 points in total. We're going to do the same on the right. Now let's draw in the back. So we're going to curve this line around and through. And now we're going to draw in the broomstick. So we're going to draw a diagonal line right in the center. We're going to extend this one out on the right, connecting that towards our line on the back. And then we're going to extend this out on the left. So we're going to bring this all the way out and over towards the side of our page. We're going to draw in a curved line that comes down on the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing on the top. Now from here, let's draw in more diagonal lines. So we're going to draw another diagonal line coming in towards our hand. We're going to step under, extending that over towards the bottom, connecting that together. Let's close off the rest of the body now. So we're going to curve this in on the left. Extending the leg underneath, curving this down, up and through towards the center. We're going to extend this line underneath on the right, bringing this up and then back through towards the middle. Now let's draw on the feet. So we're going to curve this out and in on the right. We'll do the same thing on the left. And then for the toes, we're just going to draw in 2 curved lines coming in towards the middle. And then we're going to replicate that over on the right. Let's draw in the detail on the back here. So we're just going to draw in a sideways triangle, curving that. And then from here, we're going to draw on the tail. So we're going to draw in a straight line that comes across. We're going to bring this line up and then back out. We'll do the same on the top. So bringing this line out, up, back across. Now from here on the top line, we're going to extend this line further up towards our hat. We're going to extend this line up on the bottom. On the top now, let's curve this line over and out towards the right. We're going to extend this line from that corner, bringing that out on the side, ending that on a slight diagonal. And then from here on the top, we're just going to curve this back around and in towards the bottom. Let's draw in a zigzag pattern now on the tail. And now let's close off the rest of the broomstick. So starting underneath, we're going to arch this line around and then back down on the top. And then moving over, we're going to replicate that one more time. Now let's draw in the broom part. So we're going to curve this line out, bringing this line in on a diagonal. We'll bring this line across again, bringing this line back through. Now from that corner, bringing this line out, back in. Again, across and over, down and through. And then one last time, bringing this line out and then curving this all the way back around and in towards the bottom. Let's add in some detail lines. So right in the center, we're going to bring this line out. On the top, let's curve this line over. And then again on the bottom, bringing that line out. Now let's draw on the pumpkin that Pikachu is standing on. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, curving this around and in towards the middle. We're going to do the same thing on the right. And we're going to leave a small gap right in the center. We're going to close that off with a curved line from left to right. Stepping across on the left-hand side now, again, let's arch this around and through. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right, closing that off. Now on the top, we're going to draw in a curved line that comes down on both sides, ending that at the same height. Let's draw on the eyes now. So we're going to draw in a triangle on the left. And then we're going to move across and draw in another triangle on the right. And then in the center, we're just going to draw in another triangle, making that smaller. Now for the mouth, let's draw in a straight line across. We'll draw in 2 lines coming down. Again, let's bring this line over and then back up. Now from here, we're going to curve this line out. And we're just going to draw the mouth so it ends at the same width as our eyes. Now from that point, we're going to curve this around and in towards the center. And then we're going to draw in 2 straight lines that come up. And then we're just going to close that off again with another straight line. Now let's draw in the haunted house beside Pikachu. So we're going to draw in a diagonal line coming out. And then on the left-hand side, bringing this one back down. For the branch here, we're going to curve this line up, out, around, and through. From that point, copying that, so we're going to bring this line in, out, back down. Again, from that point, bringing this line out, up, down, and then back up towards the top. And then from that point, we're going to curve this around, over, and in. Now from here, let's draw in a straight line that comes down. We'll bring this line across and then back up. For the roof now, we're going to draw in another straight line coming across, and then we'll draw a diagonal line coming in towards the middle. From the center now, let's draw in another diagonal line coming out, and then we're going to bring this line across. Now let's draw this line coming down again. We're going to curve this up and over. From that point, bringing this down, over, and in. And then again, we're just going to draw this coming down towards the broom, connecting that together. Now on the right-hand side, for the window, we're going to bring this line out, And then we're going to draw in a nice big arch line. Let's draw in a straight line coming down in the center, and then another one coming directly across. Let's move over on the left now. We're just going to draw in a nice big circle. And then again in the middle, drawing in a straight line, and then again directly across in the center. Now from here, we're going to arch this line up, back down on the right. In the middle, let's draw in a straight line, and then on the top, bringing this line across. Now we're going to draw in a giant circle. So we're going to start from the middle of the ear to the hat, curving this line across. We're going to bring this line down on the left, curving this through. We're going to come underneath, continuing to arch that around. Now on the left-hand side, curving this through, arching this down and in towards our broom. And then again, as we come underneath towards the pumpkin. Now on the right, let's curve this back around on the top in towards the ear. We're going to step underneath one more time, curving this around and through, and then underneath the tail and in towards the broom, and then underneath the broom in towards the pumpkin. We're just going to draw on the moon behind the hat and ears now. So we're going to curve this around and down towards our ear, and then we're going to arch this around and through underneath towards the side of the head. And that is it. That's how you draw a Halloween Pikachu. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.